everybody, how are you doing today? I am doing very well, thank you. Today I am going to be doing something quite exciting and fun. First of all, here's my gingerbread man journal that my mother and grandmother bought for me, and I turned it into a Christmas journal. So last year, I think, and maybe even the year before, no, maybe just last year, I did James's Merry Mixed Media course, which he's done for the past few years now. As you can see, some of my work is in here. I didn't finish that one. I do want to still go back and finish it, but I guess that's what's good about these courses. They're just always there for you. So let me just explain a little bit what the course is. So James Burke offers a course he has done for the past few years now. It's for free, and you can go on there, and there are a few lessons to follow, and it's a really good taster and just a kind of good example of what to expect on one of his bigger courses. And if you've been around here for a while, I've been doing this art YouTubey thing for like about a year now, and James is one of the reasons that I actually got into doing this in the first place. His videos actually really inspired me, and so I'm a very big fan of James's work, and I've done a few of his courses already. So I think if you're not sure about the courses, or if you just want to have a go and have a play and see if it's for you, then I think this is a really great opportunity. And how lovely of James to offer these things for free as well. You can just go on there and try them out, and like I said, James has done a Merry Mixed Media for the past few years, so you can also join those past courses and have a go at those. So I thought this year, why not actually show you my process or my progress with the course. So usually I have shown you like a flip through of the completed course, and every now and again I show you little bits from whichever course I'm doing, maybe one or two activities. But this course, because it's free and it's available online, I thought it would be okay for me to actually show you what I'm doing, because you can go and look yourself, like it's on there. So this is the first lesson. It's called Aussie Native Tree Farm, and I really like the idea of looking at like trees and plants from your native land. And if you don't know, I live in Japan, and at first I thought about doing some persimmon trees, because they are so beautiful here in the winter, like the orange persimmons against the white snow. It's like one of my favorite things. And obviously the beautiful cherry blossom trees. Like, I really am spoilt for choice here in Japan on the trees that I could choose. However, I am missing home, and I am quite homesick, and it's Christmas time, and all I wanted to really do was think about my native home, which is England. So I decided to do a British tree farm. And there's not so many trees with flowers on in winter that I know to. I can't even remember. So this is thanks to Google. So if this is incorrect and you're looking at one of these trees and you think that's not native to England, then I apologize. You can blame Google. But I chose an oak tree, and I call this tree, well, it's a chestnut tree, but I call it a conker. Well, I don't call the tree a conker. I call the little brown chestnut a conker. And I thought everyone called it a conker, so I put it on my Instagram. Do you call this a conker, or are you like, what's a conker? And the majority of people do not know what a conker is. So that's a conker. The horse chestnut is a conker, and we play conkers as well, where we tie it to a string, and we try and break the other person's conker. So that is a very strong memory. And also the oak tree as well. My grandfather and grandmother have an oak tree, a big oak tree in their garden. and all the acorns fall down and the squirrels come and collect them and bury them all over the garden, and we have to go and find them and pick them all up, because otherwise we'll have oak trees everywhere. So that's a really nice memory for me too. And I really enjoyed just a study of the trees, the British trees. Like, that was actually really fun for me. I've never really done anything like that before. Because like I said, I've lived in Japan since doing all this art, and most of the things that I draw are obviously inspired by Japan, inspired by my surroundings. So it was really nice to explore some of these more things that feel more like home, you know. So I really liked this activity. However, the two trees that I actually ended up with, I didn't think they were very, I don't know, they weren't as nice as James's tree. So obviously right now it's summer in Australia, so he has this like really, really beautiful Christmas tree with these bright red flowers, and I just thought it looked so beautiful. But obviously it's winter at the moment in England, so there's not many flowers, so but that's still okay. I really enjoyed it, and it was fun to like explore the trees that are in my own backyard, so that was really fun. And then this activity is called Gran's cross-stitch ornaments, and I think I did a little bit of cross-stitch when I was younger, but I've never made a cross-stitch ornament, so this is something that I would really like to do with my family. And I am, like I said, I'm very homesick at the moment, so I wanted to do these ornaments with the British flag and also my family, and 2021 as well, which was the actual activity. And that was really fun to do, actually. It was quite relaxing to just draw little crosses, and it actually felt almost like I was actually doing cross stitch, which was also fun. So on the left side of the page, I have decided to do the festive feasts, I think. Is that right? Yeah, the festive feast, which is a tree made of all the snacks and treats that James was looking forward to eating when he goes back home to Australia. So obviously I did mine British themed and all the sweets and snacks I'm looking forward to eating when I go back to the UK, including the Christmas dinner. I've also got a donut from Greg's over there. Love Greg's. I've got a Terry's chocolate orange, Quality Street, Twiglets, Walker's crisps, Ribena, McVitie's digestive. Most of these things are sweet. I've just noticed that. Sweet and bad for you. Am I surprised? No. So I got Mr. Kipling, a Viennetta. I love a Viennetta. That's probably not British, but we have it at Christmas dinner, so for dessert. Smarties, English breakfast, Jammy Dodger. Jammy Dodgers are great. Do you have Jammy Dodgers anywhere else, or is that just a British thing? I don't know. Let me know actually if you recognise any of these things, or if you have them where you are in the world. I'd be very interested to know, because on James's festive feast Christmas tree, there wasn't a whole lot that I recognised actually. Let me just have a look, see if I can recognise any of them. Yeah, I don't really recognise any of them, apart from Cadbury's, obviously. I know they have Cadbury's as well in Australia. I've tried Tim Tam, and that reminds me of a penguin. We have penguins in the UK, and they are identical to a Tim Tam, so I approve of a Tim Tam. And then next we have Ice Cream Christmas. This was also a really fun concept. So like I said, it's obviously summer at the moment in Australia, so James did this really fun ice cream idea, and even though it was winter in the UK right now, I still wanted to make it British themed. And actually I was watching The Crown while I sketched this out, so that might be why the lovely Queen Elizabeth II is here in the ice cream. How very British. And I also did a beefeater, or a soldier if you like, or one of the Queen's Guards I should say, and a teddy bear and a gingerbread person. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, I actually really want to eat these. Is that a bit weird? Probably, but especially the gingerbread person. I could eat that So anyway, these are supposed to be like Christmas ice creams, I guess, for summer. Also, James did mention that he would like to do a Grinch one because that's his all-time favourite movie, one of his all-time favourite movies, and it's also one of my all-time favourite movies. But I'd actually forgotten to do the Grinch here, but I would also like to do another one with the Grinch. I imagine that would be like a lime ice cream, or actually I had a lime ice cream once in London. It was very nice. Moving off topic, and that's why I started studying makeup too, because of the Grinch. So yeah, I would also like to do the Grinch. This page took me way longer than I care to admit. It's a whole different day now. My nail varnish has disappeared and this has taken me quite a while, so I decided not to show you the sketching of this one, because it really did take me quite a while to do it. So I just sat in front of the TV and I just was sketching quite comfortably in my living room. And then I brought it to the table to do all the painting. And this one I really liked painting more than I liked sketching, just because the sketching took so long. But this is the iconic Australian advent calendar, which is basically made up of lots of fun Australian characters. But as you can see, mine are not all Australian characters. So I know that we share some TV shows with Australia, and there are definitely some characters on James's list that I was very familiar with, like the lovely Dame Edna. But I can't really draw faces that well, so I decided to do all cartoon characters, all children's TV shows, and I did a few of James's on here as well, but I also decided to add quite a few of my own favourites from my own childhood. Also, Mr. Blobby in the top left corner there is giving me nightmares, because even though I had a love-hate relationship with Mr. Blobby, okay, he was quite scary, but I also really liked him, so yeah. And we've got Morph, and we've got the Wombles. I loved Orinoco. He was my favourite Womble. We've got Postman Pat, Rosie and Jim, Sooty and Sweep. Who else do we have? Bagpuss. Bagpuss is wearing a Christmas hat. We've got Paddington Bear as well, and he's got a lovely like hot chocolate as well. I changed it to a hot chocolate because he's usually holding jam or marmalade, I think it is. And then we have Brum as well, which was filmed very, very close to my hometown. You might be able to tell from my accent that I'm from the Midlands. And then we have Bananas in Pyjamas, Poe as well from Teletubbies. That was my nickname growing up. So doing this whole page was very, very strange for me. It was like very nostalgic, and I haven't even thought about some of these characters since I was a little girl. So it was very, very strange to go back in time, and I even ended up watching some of the shows, and they were so different to how I remember. But it was really fun, and I love doing this colour scheme as well. Just doing 3 colours was a lot of fun and a little bit challenging, I guess, but it also took out the difficult part where you have to think about what colours to use. Like, you have 3 colours and that's it, and that part was really, really fun for me. And even though this was difficult to draw these characters out, I'm glad I did it because it was nice, and it was it was very nostalgic for me. I enjoyed it. So here is a little flip through of everything I did. I've also left a little room there for some journaling, and I can always come back and add to this later. But that is everything complete. I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up of everything so you can see what it looks like close up. That's the idea of a close-up. Oh, I also forgot to mention what I was using during this video. So I mainly just used watercolor, and I also used some color pencils and various black pens for the outline, depending on what I was doing. For this one as well, I used some fine liner felt tips, I believe, to get the crisscross on there, and some gel pens. But other than that, I think that was everything I used. I just wanted to say thank you so much to James for putting this course together and offering it for free, so anybody can try if they want to have a go. I think that's so generous and really lovely of him, so thank you so much, James, for doing that. I had so much fun doing it. I really felt like if I made everything British themed that it would make me feel sad, but actually I was really happy doing all of this, and it made me realise how fortunate I was to have such a lovely childhood with all these wonderful memories and funny characters. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you next Sunday with a brand new video. Take care, everybody. Bye.